Of the City NG Television. A beautiful afternoon from this end, though the clouds are all dark right now in Bafusam. I tell you what, if you're about coming into town, bother coming alongside your sweethearts. The clouds are all dark, understand. The nimbus cloud is about to rain down cats and dogs. How you doing? How's the weekend? And to all brothers in, the Sahel basin, you understand, the forest zones and so on, the mountains areas and so on. We say hi to you all this afternoon. That's to, all the Mburus and the Pygmies and the Kiddies, if I may say, and so on. Good afternoon to you all. Today is your day. We celebrate you all from this Zen. As far as the day of the indigenous people is concerned, the aboriginal people, you can also call them that way. They give you a beautiful smile, you understand? Call them that way, they give you a beautiful smile. It's your girl, Miss B, or Lady B. We bring you something beautiful from this. Oh my God. I tell you what, the clouds are all dark out there. If you're about coming into town, please come alongside your sweethearts. Nimbus clouds all over. Yeah, so we even from, feedback, I'm sure you're getting the same. Never mind, the very best is in the air as far as NG Television is concerned, the program The Heart of the City. Okay, we were saying hi to, all this, fine group of persons who happen to, hail from the Sahel region of the country, the forest zones and so on, the mountain areas and so on, especially the east, even the west, we have some, and so on the south, yeah, that's the Pygmies, the Mbororo, you understand, the Kiddi, if I may say, and those are the three principal, aboriginal people who actually hail in Cameroon. And we have lots of them in other parts of the world, you understand. Today is their day. We're celebrating them from the Zen. And so, whenever we come like this, we check what's up as far as international days are concerned. Of course, we say wonderful things on that and then we skip that. But that doesn't cancel the fact that we have the business corner today. Yeah, something good. It's a surprise. Just so cheap on the market. You can have 200 francs. I tell you what, you eat something good. Mariko will talk about that. And guess what? For health is something sweet. This afternoon, you know what? The GCE exams will soon be out. And so we just need to start fighting psychological trauma. You understand? To all our, kids out there. Yeah, the youths out there who may not be apt to bear the shock. The truth remains, not everybody will make it. Am I lying? No, I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. Not everybody will make it, but again, it doesn't mean you should go, drowning in the lagoon. It doesn't mean you should cock yourself in a bottle and, just explode. No, it doesn't mean you should kill yourself. No, there's a way out. You can fight the trauma. You will need somebody by your side. You will just need to talk to somebody. Also, we must find a way out. That's the something interesting we will be talking on the health this afternoon. Mind you, the kitchen corner is present. Something good is equally coming up. Meantime, greetings to you, production room, Simon Echi Abo. I'm greeting you this afternoon. We want to welcome the new baby in the house, the baby girl. It's good to be, it's good to be born, and from this end we celebrate lives. When babies are concerned, we don't mind saying welcome to this pretty girl from the Echi family. Across the airwaves of NG Television, as a team and family, we celebrate that beautiful baby girl there, and we say may mother and child just keep doing just so fine as we look forward to, somebody is saying, what about the father? What about the father? We'll come to talk about that. Father, answer, Nasha. Production room, answer. Of course, we're celebrating live from this end. That's the accent. When we come like this, of course. So a big congratulations to you, Mr. Echi Abo. You understand? Another, weight is added to the name. And so the girls will come shout out, as far as, that, birth is concerned. I hope I'm correct this afternoon. Maricol, I'm already spotting you there. How was the weekend? It's good to be back.
Really, very good to be back.
Good.
Miss B, good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much.
The weekend was good, even though today I have a mixed feeling though. But I'll get to know what's going on.
What's going on?
Yes.
Oh, come on. This is
at
serious.
some point I'm really extremely, light and happy. Then at some point I'm like just cripsy. I don't know, maybe it's the climate too.
It's already raining.
Exactly. Maybe it's the cold. Because I don't know how it's going, but I hope that by the end of this program I'll feel much better. Good afternoon to you, Cynthia.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mary.
And how was the weekend?
That reply is just so romantic this
Oh, no,
afternoon.
no. I know how it ended.
That
Me, I
reply
understand the reply.
is just so
Me, I
romantic.
feel it. I understand where she's coming from. So I can tell how she's
you
feeling.
can tell.
Yes, I can tell.
You know I'm your girl. I'll wise you from this
You
end.
wait first.
You know why I'm wise
You
you.
need to work so much so that you get there. Let me tell you,
wise you.
it's the depth.
It just made me remember our brother all the way from Zambia. Is it Zambia or Zimbabwe?
Who is that?
Our brother on the central mic also. I was about giving you a high five, Binda, babe. If I give it, nobody will see me.
I don't wish that for
That was the
whoever.
high five.
I really don't wish that for whoever in front of screens, honestly, because if he could speak his language, his mother tongue, if the brother could speak his mother tongue, then you can
It's
understand.
already gotten.
No, it was too much. He had the impression that maybe the guy at the technical
So I'm
dashboard
feeling
wasn't
that right
getting
now.
it. Yeah.
Maybe Binda, I'm start feeling Mariko right. No, it's Binda. Finally, I don't know who I'm feeling.
Miss B, you're feeling everybody. Just conclude that you're feeling everybody.
Thank you so much, Mariko.
Miss B and Cynthia B, wonderful start of the week to
Thank
you all,
you.
and to all the viewers out there equally. I just hope that this laughter is going to bring you some joy to
Thank you.
wherever you are, because I know some people are really cripsy. Some are sad, some are happy, extremely happy because maybe they got their very first jobs in their lives. Life is up and down, Miss B. It's made up of up and down. While another person is really crying and
Thank
saying,
you.
I've been in this chômage for like 10 years. Another person is like, they just left school from their university, they just got their degree, and immediately they are already integrating a very big structure. So I want to just say, wish them well. And I want to equally think, with your permission, Miss B, of those who just had their baccalaureate.
Thank
Most
you.
of them are thinking of where next to go to, and so many are thinking that, oh, they want to go into the world. I don't know if anyone knows this expression on this set, that when you're finishing from A levels or baccalaureate, you're moving into the world, where the world is much more vast.
moving.
So when you're
Exactly.
finishing from the kindergarten, where are we heading?
No, you're moving still to another next world that is not into the bigger world.
Okay.
Because you're going to university, which is universe.
Thank you.
So it's a larger world.
Good.
So I wanted to think of most of these people that don't waste this moment, because some people have kept their purity for 7 years in secondary school, and it's only now that they want to shatter it. So please think of it very well before you shatter, because while you go give it to some careless fellow, they might take it and insult you with it back, while others will be carrying maybe pregnancies, others will be carrying sexually transmitted diseases, others will be becoming women, that's very strong women of the society and men of the society. So I'm just thinking of all of you and thinking and saying that think of your future while you move ahead.
Thank you so much, Mariko. That's a fine one there, ladies and gentlemen. We still have a lot to talk about. Thinking about all those who, you understand, because the GCs will soon be out. I remember, I'm just remembering somebody who wrote, and the person was like, is it yesterday? Next week, GC will be out. Wherever 1 week is past, that fever is high, you understand. But again, plenty of courage to you all, girls and boys who wrote the GC, ordinary and advanced level. Just be prepared, you understand. But the way you wrote should be able to tell you how the results will look like. There's some writings that you just know that it's Ori, and it's a crossover, you understand. But now, no matter how you see it, you just have to fight it and deal with it. We will come to talk about that this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, Binda, good afternoon.
Thank you, Miss B. Good afternoon to you.
How was
Happy
the
start.
weekend?
The weekend. The weekend was very busy, yeah?
I said it.
Yes, very busy. A very busy weekend.
Of course.
I said it.
Saturday was the wedding. Oh, yesterday I went to hang out. No, Miss B, I came up this morning very tired because of all what I took
This
yesterday.
is serious. This is serious, ladies and
Seriously.
gentlemen.
Please, the only thing I would advise people is that please don't abuse alcohol.
Oh, I can see it from the eyes.
Yeah. Because if you do that, it's going to deal with you.
Okay, lovers, listen.
It will deal with you very well. Very,
You
very
could
well.
beat him too.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. Oh my God, I don't know how I got up from bed, went to the bathroom, and took my bath because it wasn't easy.
This is serious. Binda is speaking from experience, ladies and gentlemen. Go right on. It's a very
Yes.
important one, especially on a Sunday. Saturday is even better.
It was on a Sunday.
You have to be at work on Monday. Binda, right on.
Miss B, I did not plan for anything that happened yesterday.
Thank you.
It was just a visit of courtesy. Like, I just want to hang out and talk a little bit.
Good.
But things went overhand, and then
This is serious.
we took things the other way around. And then what happened? I had to find my way in that. When I got home, straight I went to the room because I wasn't feeling my head again. You know, anything that you were saying, my head was ping, ping. I wasn't hearing anything. That's what generally happens when you drink. You take a lot of alcohol. You do a lot of mixture. So it's time that people should take. The weekend was good, Miss Bish.
Thank you.
Bariko, good afternoon. Happy
Good
start of
afternoon.
the week to
Thank you.
And to all our televiewers, and I wish you a happy start of the week. And I want to use this opportunity to say we should not miss any opportunity. The opportunities that are given to us, sometimes we neglect them. We feel as if they are so small, as if they are not very important. The least opportunity that you have that can make you to go up to the sky, try to use it, because that opportunity will help you to do something for yourself tomorrow. There are children now that have had the baccalaureate, as Maricol said, and I know of a girl, they asked her to go and do la haute couture. You should do sewing.
Okay.
But some few years back when she had a baccalaureate, she said, no, I don't want to go and do that. I want to go and do teacher's training. They begged her. Uncle was able to pay money for her, but she refused. She did a teacher's training. Then after finished, she started regretting. She wished she had done what they asked her to do before. So that's why I'm telling most people, you tell them, no, I want to go to the university. I want to do this. Please, if you had an opportunity to get something better for yourself, now that you've had the exam, please just seize the opportunity and do it. It will help you to be better.
Thank you so much, Binda. You know, I like the aspect of, you know, when you got back home, the head was so, you know, if I were baby Roy, you know what I'll do? I fix your bed.
Thank God he was sleeping.
That's what I'm saying. I fix your bed as I give you sleepless night. Why did you leave him behind? That's what I would say.
You're supposed to stay back home. Am I working with babies?
It's weekend.
No.
Anyway, very necessary. Sometimes we just need to go, you know. We just need to go, you know, stay off, you know, the stress for the week, make the weekend the best out of it, and be prepared to face Monday. That's why Binda is talking about this. Very important, but again, think about Monday. Thank you so much, Binda. Thank you, Mariko.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful weekend. We're wishing you all from this end as we take on, you know, new footing. As far as the program in the heart of the city is concerned, live from the West Region, Chief Town, Bafoussam. We inform you all again, if somebody is about entering Bafoussam, wherever you are, the weather is just so good. Note that Bafoussam is dark out there. Get your sweaters and all that will keep you warm, socks and so on, because it's pretty cold in Bafoussam. We take on the program, but again, we're asking this afternoon, how can a husband solve dispute between his wife and the sister? This is serious. Your wife on one side, your sister on one side. How will you do? If you were in the shoes of this man, what will you do? Maybe you give your sister a slap. You understand? Bitter slap for intruding into family matters, or your wife is slap or intrude. I don't know, but if you are a husband, or if you are in the position to, you know, chip in a word for a husband out there who may be watching and having difficulties in solving dispute between the sister and the wife, what would you say? So how can a husband solve dispute between the sister and the wife? Pretty tough, but I think there is a way out. Right through the program, we will come to that. Mind is going to run throughout this week. There are lots of things to talk about. That Marika is going to take us on business. She says sweet potatoes is very cheap now across markets in Bafoussam. But before we get there, Mariko, I just want a word for all the students out there who are expecting their results. That's why today we go talk on how we can handle psychological stress. Please, some are already stressing when the results are not even out. It's tough. We all pass through that. I tell you what, if you know that it's coming out on the 8th or the 9th or the 7th, some just fall sick and you are asked, why are you sick? You don't even have an explanation. I think they need comfort this moment. That's what we hear.
I don't know if it will be right for me to say so. I might sound harsh, but this is not the moment.
Good.
Because what you chip in is what is going to reflect your result.
Oh, garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Let's have pity on them.
No pity, Miss B. If you gave in your best,
good,
right, you expect the best.
Good.
So if you can't give, right now there are people who are praying for miracles. Miracles don't exist when it comes to intellectual.
You've already written.
Intellect.
And
You've
how to
already
pray for
given it.
miracle.
You've already given it. So some people have discovered just now that they went off topic
Whoa.
all the way, while others had the right answer, but someone whispered the wrong one by the side and they copied it and left their right answer. So at this point, all I can say is that just keep praying and saying that may your will be done, God, because it is will that will be done according to what you chipped in. So, and the only other thing is that, because you know it's when the results are out, Miss B, that you now know the state of mind of each person. I remember I, for one, when the results were about to come out, the pressure was so high that I had to leave the house without wearing my slippers. And I walked on foot from a very good distance from the house to a very long distance, because I didn't have the courage to stay back and listen to the names that were going to be called, because they were gradually approaching my center. And my center happens to be one of the first early centers of all the centers. So you can imagine, Miss B, and the first other centers really have few candidates. So they are generally they are external candidates. So when they are coming closer, in fact, when we were coming closer, I had to leave. My mom had to look for me like everywhere, because they were scared of something nasty.
Thank you. I like that part.
Yes, because generally you are supposed to just lay an eye as a parent
Good.
on that kid at that moment. Tell them at that moment that no matter what comes out, no matter what may come out, life has to still continue. Even if I paid 1 million, even if I spent 1 million on your studies,
Good.
at this point in time, your life is not worth 1 million, because there are some kids that will go do very, very foolish things because they think that they are not able, that they are not able to stand failure, or they are not able to stand pressure. Others will go taking alcohol because they want to quench the pain. It will never quench the pain. In fact, when you drink, the pain instead learns how to swim too. So while you wake up from your drunken state, you realize that the situation is standing. So all the students who are expecting results, all I can say to you is you'll be getting what you gave. That's one thing. It's true that we have circumstances that can really change things. Maybe you can have a marker who was tipsy before taking your scripts.
That's one thing too.
So all those things we cannot really put them aside. And
we can have a good, mood.
We can have another marker who came in a very bad mood, like you said, and just got bitter even with the scripts that he have in front of them. So you fail not because you didn't make it or you were not good enough, but because of errors, lapses. But I want to really believe that, Miss B, when you give your best, the best will come out of it. So good luck to all of them while they wait.
Thank you so much, Mariko. Even though we have, parents who will always be like, this is the time, or this was the time I've been waiting for. I don't know how I'm looking for a word. This is that period I've been waiting for. When I told you, is this the time to use words like that?
No parents like that, Miss B. There are some parents.
They are very carefree parents.
There are parents like that.
Because they honestly, in as much as we're saying this thing like it's a normal thing here, I bet you there are some parents who have indebted themselves to the core
just to
sponsor their kids, and right now they are expecting the results in return. So when it comes the other way around, truth be spoken, they must be disappointed. They must shower you with wrong words.
Encourage the child.
Yes, Miss B, is it easy? They are thinking of how they're going to go and
the child is looking up to you. If others can do that to their child, it may be you do that. That's what will push some of these children to go drowning, some, drinking stuff.
You're right. You're very right on that aspect, Miss B. But at that point, everyone is thinking of their pain. They're thinking of their shoe that they are wearing. While the mother or the father is crying that, oh, I have a lot of people that I took money from and I gave collateral security in order to get this big sum of money. Yes, now how am I going to handle it? Because in as much as the results, when the results come, they don't come with money. Let's be frank about it. But they come with joy, with satisfaction. That you who as a parent, because you lend that sum of money, you're happy. You're happy that you didn't take a risk for nothing, because that's a big risk. And you'll be paying the debt while smiling and whistling and dancing, because in your mind you'll be like, I didn't go to the market and came back on losses. I came back at least with gains. So that's another thing as well. So As you said, you rightly said, parents have to encourage their children, but what I would say is that they shouldn't use words that would push them
Good.
to the wall.
Okay.
Yes, but we know African parents.
We know. Thank you so much, Mariko. We know our African parents. That's it, there, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are trying to, encourage all those who, went in for the GC. Was that ordinary and advanced? It will soon be out, and lots of kids are already sick. Just the thought of it is a whole lot of problem, but there is a way out. Binda, I want you to talk to some parents out there, little. And even a word again for the Mariko has talked to the youths there, but again, the parents too, they have a role. Sometimes Mariko brought up very important. Maybe you learn money, you borrowed money to be able to.
Some people, some parents, it's not even that they borrowed money. It's just the fact that they must have gone through a lot. Some parents are really struggling hard to have the money that they have. My father was like, if you fail the exam, you not go to school again. I'll not pay school fee for somebody again. You stay in the house. That's what my dad used to tell us for writing exams like that. Imagine they say you will not go to school if you fail exam again. You are that. There are most parents who do that. You begin to there's this fear that comes in and say, oh, I'm not going to school because I struggle. Because most of them, they know the way their children do at home. If you are a child in the house and you don't read, they've never seen you carry your book. They will obviously say that kind of thing. But parents who have seen their children struggling, please, they should ensure that they encourage them.
Yeah,
even if they don't make it, this is not the end of the world. Some of us parents will make in such a way that our children get into things that will not be able to handle after. Because some people take poisoning. We had at the BPC, just imagine the very first exam that people wrote. Some children had to go and kill themselves, commit suicide because of the exam. There are children who do that. Each year we hear of a child doing that. It's everywhere on social media. Please, parents should be considerate. We know that it is difficult. Everybody knows about that. We know how hard you struggle. Mariko made mention of the fact that parents go up to the point of borrowing money to be able to pay for their children's school fee and all those kind of things. We know that too. But do you want to lose? What is that money? Is it more important compared to the child that child that you have? Is that child not a gift for you? So please try to understand, try to talk to them, try to make them know that you are with them no matter what. Even if during the school year they are not studying, encourage them, ensure that they study. You are the parent, and you're supposed to be a mentor to most of your children. So please, let's not get to say, no, come back to this house with a fail result, I'm going to kill you. Imagine what language is coming from a parent's mouth. What do you think? That child cannot come back. Even that child will check in school, and then the child will not come back to the house. If it's me, but I will not come back. Seriously, what am I coming to do so that you will kill me? And then when you're coming, the father is sitting on the chair, he has a cane on the table,
waiting
and then he's tapping his leg down. He's seriously waiting for you. Imagine you already have that scene in your head that the snake beating that will be given to you.
Good.
Please.
Or insult. What about insult? Sometimes
some of this is true. Psychological trauma. The children go through a lot. Begin to insult you. Then the only thing you know how to do is go and look for boys to study you. Those
friends and parents.
Look at that girl. Please, let's learn to our children. Okay, you have to know your child, understand your child, and know how to do with him. Because exams is not. You can write well, but you still fail. That's one thing that we parents need to know.
Thank you so much, Binda. And again, I think aside that, there are also, students out there right now, because your friends made it, you did not make it. It's a whole lot of problem. You see them wanting to kill, terminate. You just terminate yourself because you did not make your friend know. Everybody has a particular destiny.
Miss B,
Don't compare.
so easy.
These are the aspects.
It's true. It's easy to see than done. That's what some people will tell me now, that your friend has made it, you have not made it. It's not the end of the world. Listen, look at my fingers. They are not the same. They are different. This is the longest. Look at, we don't have the same sizing. Not all of us have the same destiny. Remember that. It's not how fast you go. It's how far you go.
Good.
So remember that. It's not how much you run. When they say you have to do a marathon, it's not the first person that starts running fast that gets to destination. You have to do resist. It's the resistance. How resistant you are to get to the destination. That's one thing you should remember.
Okay, thank you so much, Binda. I think there's something someone can, if you're watching right now as a parent, please, if you have a child that went in for the GC, please, no matter what happens, the truth remains, not every child, not every youth or student will make it. But again, as it comes, just give God glory and keep, hoping for the best next year. When there is life, there is hope. That's what matters. And so if neighbors made it, yours did not. Put more effort, and the child will make it. I think that's what we're saying. And for the students themselves, please, no comparison. Take what you have and deal with it. You understand? I think it's a pain when you see that you were falling in group. You understand? Reading together, working together. Two are gone, or the three others are you alone. Please deal with it and know that everybody. There's someone who told me some time ago. Don't always look at those who are ahead of you. Try to look at those who are behind you too, and then you will know that you are
Some people
someone.
look at those who are behind them and will be like, these people behind you will come and meet me where I am. That's the discouraging thing about it.
Another challenge for you to work
Harder.
hard.
That's true.
Thank you so much, Binda. Thank you, Mariko.
You're welcome.
It was just a word to all the students out there. Please, we know, I think next week again we'll come back to encourage you. Oh, it's not easy. Seriously, let's not be, all of us pass through that. When you're waiting for you just fall sick for no reason. You understand? I don't know what's wrong with public exams, but again, it's a step in life. You take it the way you see it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without any transition, let's just go straight to the business corner. Someone is saying hi to us here. Your number is 68081 1896. The person says, I don't know why the exclamation, but I think you're just saying hi to us. Your number is 68081 1896. Greetings to you all. It's nice to know you are there. Yeah, but we would love to know those who are with us right now by name and where you're watching. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Mariko, let's go see what's happening with sweet potatoes.
Thank you, Miss B. We're going to talk about sweet potatoes, and today, particularly, like every other Monday,
Good.
we'll talk about sales. Now, potatoes is in abundance in the market right now. We're talking about sweet potatoes. You know it, right? I know many people know it anyway, but it has two forms anyway. We have the white one and the red one. For those who didn't know, because I grew up in the white and then later discovered the red. I don't know for you at what time you discovered yours, but when I realized when I discovered the red, I really denied all the white and I became a fan of red till today. So if you are one of them, all the prices on the market are the same. Don't worry about that. You go to the market right now, even with 100 francs, you will have sweet potatoes to go back home with. Now, in a market, that's the market of Bafoussam particularly, when you go into the marketplaces, you realize that they put it in heaps on the ground. And when they put it in these heaps, most of the heaps are 200 francs and above. We equally have them in 3 liters, 5 liters, 10 liters, 15 liters, progressively. So whatever quantity you have, you're going to find them on the market. Now, this other heap, the smallest, is 200 francs, like I said. And you can always be a good bargainer. You bargain well, and you go back home with 3 places for 500 francs. I'm sure that sounds a little bit, makes sense a bit.
Exactly.
All right, so rush to the market right now if you have a lot of holiday makers at home and you're asking yourself, what would I really give these kids? Generally when you eat sweet potatoes, you feel really full, and it's sweet and it makes you to feel like drinking much water. So some people equally say in quotes that it's not good for men, but I don't know yet because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a specialist. But I'll just encourage you to go to the market right now, because if that small heap is 200 francs and you can have 3 for 500 francs, then you can imagine that if you want the one for 1,000 francs, you surely go home with a bag full. And if you want the one for 2,000 francs, then it will serve you longer. So for some very big families, they will go for what is in the 10 liters, 15 liters and above. When you go there, be a bargainer and check the under part of your bucket, because generally when they fill it up before you camp, they can hide what is wrong under. I'm not spoiling anyone's business, but I'm just telling you, I'm just helping all consumers like myself to rush when you go to the market. Now, when you're taking these bigger sizes like you see on the screen there, check very well, because there are some of these sweet potatoes that has a lot of small maggots that have chopped it in from the ground, from the soil while they were growing, and others, they have marks of the hole. So when the hole has cracked it, generally it's exposed. Either it gets dried or it gets rotten. So check all of this before you make your choice. And The last but not the least, when you go for the buckets, make them to feel it in front of you. I'll prefer it that way. It will help you because you know exactly what you're going back home with. Because when they feel it before you come, if you happen to hit the bucket, I'm not spoiling anyone's business like I said before, but if your leg hits the bucket, I bet you there will be a collapse that you will never imagine. So do the feeling yourself if possible, or let it be done in your presence. That's it, Miss.
Thank you so much, Mariko. Way too wise is sufficient, you understand? But again, sellers, please note that you're serving human beings, and if you want to gain the market, just be, there's a particular stall in the market. Almost, the whole of Bafusam is buying that Mashebe. You know why? The way they sell. There's a particular big store, lots of persons will know it. Even if you want to buy a small baby, you say I need it for 100 francs. What they will give you, you wonder if it's because of the way. I was shocked when I discovered somebody from Kenya. You skip Baleng, you skip this one here. You're rushing there. You see, gain the confidence of the people. Sometimes it's because we want too much money that will make us to do this, and we end up not progressing. And so it's a high time you just do the right thing. Before you know it, the people will come looking for. Even you want to say, I don't want to do business, they will force you to do business because of how honest you are in the business. So please don't play games with sweet potatoes. If you have to measure a bucket, measure a bucket. This whole thing of mixing, I was shocked. It's in this region that I discovered that palm oil, the head is separated from the body.
Yes, the body and the buttocks.
And it's sold. Come on. I used to buy that thing, all the three mixed in one. This is serious. How far do we
That
want
means
to
that
go?
there is a day of grace. The day of grace is the day you eat the good part. The day of sadness
So who
is the
should
day
buy
you
the
eat
head?
the
Who
mix.
should buy the
And the
middle?
under now is the day of hell.
Miss, when you go to the market, they'll give you the different prices. They'll tell you that liter of this one is 500, this one is 600, and this one is 650.
No, this is serious.
From the prices you can tell.
No, this is serious, please. Our parents did not do that. Why do we invent?
Times are hard.
Why do we invent things that no? There are times where even harder than we have many ways to make money. This technology, the world has gone global. Yeah, but that's why technology is advancing so that we be able to feed, the population today. But our parents, they had it hard because there was not. In fact, that my grandmom would go to she was the head of the council, a council woman, an administrative. My grandmom. Administrative woman, but she'll still go to the farm and get these brooms, come and fix. And okay, just imagine somebody who has to fix just brooms and feed the family. Somebody will say no, she has something to just feed the family with that, and they were still succeeding and so on and so on with no technology, nothing, and no place. Why do we invent all this? Palm oil has three strands: the head, the middle, and the tail. No, come on. No, come on, we need to do something. But again, talking about that, I was forced to go to the market to go search a particular lady who even come with very good, palm oil from out of this region. I don't even want to call. Yeah, good. And she will still give this half liter. Is it half 1 liter? They cost 500 francs. And the 5 liters for 2 to 5. This is serious. You see, we're looking for her. The people are looking for her.
Do that,
She's intelligent. What I'll say?
Miss B, I need her contact.
Thank you. Have you seen here? Have you seen? It's just an example. She's intelligent. It's how far we go, not how fast.
That's true.
How far? Because she has carved out a niche. Many people are looking for her, and you under you understand. Anyway, it's just for us to do the right thing and be wise in terms of business. All because of what Mariko highlighted. Don't build the bucket like this, whereas if they just push it, everything collapses. This is serious.
And Miss B, when you even make that error, they can just carry you from there and throw you.
Yes, they'll start
because
the seller will start
there you've exposed her. Yes.
You see. Anyway, it's all about business. It's potatoes, sweet potatoes in particular, is very cheap now. I want to believe Irish too is somehow moderate because I'm beginning to see it all over. But again, sweet potatoes, I tell you what, 200 francs. Oh, come on, if you are just alone, you eat 200 francs in the morning, and you eat it in the afternoon. In the evening, you can just do the rush meat or bread and egg and sleep.
You can sleep like that.
Yeah, you drink water.
It's really consistent, heavy.
Good. You drink water. Anyway, it's an indication that maybe this is the season where they're harvesting more.
Absolutely.
I remember we cultivated it when it was cultivation
Very
time.
true.
Now
Very
you see, we too we are harvesting in the heart of the city. You just saw it there.
We are
We
in
will,
line with the season.
we will go sell it also. Is it tomorrow?
Yes. Not tomorrow we'll cultivate.
We cultivate, so we can still cultivate even right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
the
it's
thing
an
is-
all-round.
Thank you.
product.
And this period with the rains and the smalls, it's just wild in the farms. And thank you so much, Mariko, for
You're
that
welcome,
beautiful
Miss
one.
B.
It's in the heart of the city is Bafusam. Just get to any market now. You buy sweet potatoes in, quantity and quality. Even not that thing that you want to buy all is poured, like Mariko mentioned, small magazines, especially during the dry season. Come on, please chop it now. You understand? Chop it. You just eat that stuff, and so that when it's expensive, you fast. You understand? And it will help to put some sense in the heads of the sellers. But Binda, let's go to the kitchen. Anything to add there?
No, Maricol has said everything for
Okay.
us. Everything. I hope that those who are consumers will be intelligent when they go to the market
Thank
to
you.
get this. So for our kitchen this afternoon, Miss B, we'll do njapshe
Thank you.
with corn fufu.
Thank you. And what stuff? What's the document is inside?
It's
too cold,
egusi.
We need
It's
warmth.
yeah, it's egusi we're doing today. It's just a normal procedure of doing the corn fufu.
Good.
The difference with this corn fufu is that you don't make it too soft because it's vegetable.
Good.
If you were in Kui, you make it a little watery.
You don't make the corn fufu too soft because please do the buffoon style. Is it buffoon? The one we put on the ban and dry well. Please do that style and purpose in it.
Yes, this is how you make it to be a little bit hard. If you
Exactly.
Were, yeah, this way. If you were to make Kui, you see that it's a little bit soft.
How do you eat
Because
this thing when it's happening quick?
when it's hard, it's difficult. The people do eat it that way, but it's difficult. For our japshe, we need egusi. As you see it there, you crack. If you have time to crack, you do. If you don't have time to crack, then you just buy in the market that's already cracked.
Good.
But ensure that you treat it well. With our season now, it'll be difficult for you to say you wash and dry. For our meal today, Miss B, we use dry fish.
Thank you.
The one that we have there. Very big ones. Please don't use small. That one, exactly what you see there. We don't want the small dry fish. If you want to buy moru, buy the big moru. I think they sell 4 for 500.
Really?
Yes, 500 for the big ones.
Okay.
If you want to buy mackerel, you buy it 3 for 500. So it depends on you. So what you do is that you fry. This thing is mostly made. It's either you make with red or palm oil or refined oil. It depends on you. The technician is so fast this afternoon.
No, seriously.
That's already the end part of it. When you fry your oil, this thing takes a lot of onions. If you look at this one, you see that it has a lot of onion. It doesn't take tomato. Please don't put tomato to it. You chop onions, you put on the fire, then you add your egusi. The egusi that you grind with pepper. You grind it, you put it together. In the previous image there, you saw the egusi that was cooked inside the pot with the fish. Because when you add the egusi, you add the fish too. Allow it to cook very well. Egusi is something that you cook very well. Somebody tell me that it does not scratch, that it does not have any problem.
At all.
It does not scratch, it's true. But you give your stomach disorder if you don't cook it well. Yes, because it's not well cooked. You cook it very well before you add your vegetable. The last thing, any vegetable that you want, be the country or the big leaves that you made, and then you add inside the egusi. You mix that with this thing. Takes a lot of egusi, a lot of onions. Remember, please don't put tomato. Don't forget, no tomato.
Just egusi and onions.
Yes.
The taste will be very unique.
Yes. Tomatoes are not added to it. Then you mix it together. At the end of it, you have this. I think there's another image there. If our technician permits us, you see that the fish is at the corner there. You can serve the njapshe with the corn fufu. There in the noon, what they used to say that this put corn fufu in blanket. I don't know how they do that. So that it should always be hot. You don't have a flask, so you use blanket to tell.
This is serious. I'm learning that for the first.
It's my own.
You tie inside blanket so that the corn fufu will be very hot, and then you can serve to eat. So this is these people do vegetable. This is njapshe. I think that those of the noon find themselves somehow there. The difference is I will do the one that comes from my place. That is also egusi and vegetable. I know Miss B was saying it's different.
No, that Binge had tomatoes in it.
No, it doesn't have.
It didn't.
No, it does not.
Okay, no wahala.
It doesn't have tomatoes. It doesn't even have fish. This one has fish. As does not even take fish. As simple. So tomorrow we'll come and do another discovery of vegetable. That another way of can do vegetable with egusi. Not the normal way that you used to do. You fry onions, you fry tomatoes, and you do all of that. A different way.
Thank you so much, Binda. This is so interesting this afternoon. And what I like about this meal this afternoon is the fact that we are in the raining season and holidays. We can actually serve the family. And guess what? Huckleberry is that's what we are using. It's in abundance in
So
the market
much.
right now. In fact, you don't even need to beg to buy. If I need to make mouth to buy, I'm sorry, don't make mouth. you know. You don't even need to beg to buy. Okay, thank you so much,
This
Binda.
way, there's some people that will not sell to you. Imagine
Okay.
that Saturday I went to the market to buy nkui. I told that woman that she give me nkui for 100. She said no, she's selling it for 200. I said, Lame, I want to go and cook and eat in the house. I don't want to do. She said no, she sells it from 200. There are people like that.
This is serious.
That will not
You just 10, you understand? Some persons have just thrown it and they're begging for, buy it. This the season. When something is in season, anyway. Mariko, that's, Njapsa.
Oh, Miss V,
Just
I'm happy because
Jackson.
it's really cold, so this is the moment. But I've noticed that during the rainy season, one picks up way too much because there's a lot
Lot of
to eat in
food,
the
a
West. A lot. So this is one of them, Fofoko. It's always in every
It's
menu.
very cheap now.
Simple.
It's a very cheap meal.
Anyhow you
veggies
turn
too.
it, it goes.
Vegetables.
Vegetables again, it's a beautiful blend. You understand? Thank you so much, Binta.
Thank you, Miss
Choose
B.
what document to put inside. No tomatoes. Don't say. In fact, everything there is affordable. It's a good see that you can see somehow, but it's affordable. Even fish right now is affordable. Understand? That's it, the ladies and gentlemen. We want to take on the health. If you're just tuning in, a few more minutes to be together to hit, or to hitting 3:30 from the Zen when we would be saying child. So we asking this afternoon, how can a husband solve dispute between the wife and the sister? Someone says cool and courage to you all. That's James. You understand? That's Juice. Binda is saying hi. Mariko is saying hi. Juice, thank you so much for greeting us here. Binda, how can you solve dispute between a husband and a wife?
First of all, it's complicated because they are all part of your family.
This is where my interest is.
Yes, they are all part of your family, and you'll find it difficult because you don't know exactly what to sort out. But I would say that as a woman, if I have a brother that is finding difficulties, solving problem between his wife and my other sister, I'll tell him that your wife is your first family and your sister is your second.
Good. This is serious. It's coming from Binda, Miss B.
Yes, they say the family that you leave your parents' house to go and make with your husband or your wife is your first family.
Before the wife came, they were there.
It's true that they were there, but that is your second family according to the
Marriage at one point in time can go.
law. It's true,
Let me
marriage.
go in line with Lapichichi. What's her name again? This girl, our singer now.
Coco Ajante.
No, the Melby.
Never.
Marriage can one point in time pokolo.
Marriage can at one point then split. I agree, Miss B. At one point in time, marriage can no longer work. Some women, some sisters, if you give them too much right, they'll take it upon themselves to disrespect your wife. That's why I say you need to make your sister to understand that this is my wife. You're supposed to respect my wife. Insofar as you respect me, you're equally supposed to respect my wife.
Good.
I think that's how things are supposed to be done in such a way that you don't mix up these things. Say that this one is wife, or this one is a sister. No, you make them understand that. Also understand, make your wife to understand that this is my sister. And sometimes you need to also ignore what she says. You cannot enter a family and everybody likes you. I don't think it even happens. That you enter into
Not possible.
you marry into a family and everybody
There are
likes you.
those who you understand.
It's not everybody that is going to like you. Put that at the back of your mind already. Not everybody. The only person to defend you on this thing is your husband. So I prefer that the man should take the charge to make the difference, to make everybody understand the position that it takes. Nobody goes beyond. Nobody takes the limit of another and things like that. So that's the first way you can possibly do that. If it gets beyond, then you ensure that she doesn't come to your house. Your sister doesn't come to your house again.
It's a serious.
To avoid problems. Yes, even if she wants to come to your house, she can come. Imagine that you're living in the same under the same roof, your wife and your sister. And anytime that you come, they're always quarreling, they're always fighting. It's not easy for a man. So that's what I
I
think.
think that's one beautiful strategy there. You know, carve out everybody's territory in terms of rights, and you understand. Very important, but there are lots of things to talk about. That let me first leave Binda to chill. Mariko, what do you think about that? Binda said, it's complicated because both of them are families. You understand?
Miss B, there's family and there's family. It's true, all of them are blood.
Serious.
He can have, we can always have many other husbands or wives or sisters, or wives, sorry, but we'll never have a sister, another sister.
Thank you so much. But again, sometimes too, what if in a situation that your husband or wife is living more than your whole family? There are people living their marriages like that.
Miss B, it's true that what you're putting up there as question is a real situation in many, many families. Because some sisters-in-law are really, really pocky nosy kind of people. Permit me that expression. Because some people will get into your home and they want to play the husband and the wife at the same time, and the mother-in-law and the father-in-law. Meanwhile, they are just a sister to the man. Secondly, this sister, most of the times they are not even married. Sisters, permit me talk, please. Sisters-in-law, permit me talk. All right, I'm there. Most of the times they are not married, Miss B. They have so much time to talk, to come. They are very free. They are very, very free. Always around, always checking.
Because I was about asking about where are their own families.
That's the most, I will not say all, because some do that who are married. But others are the ones that are really, really pests, like real pests. And most are times free. They don't have anything that is holding them back. So they have time to come and stay in your home and be with you. After all, they always tell you that your husband is my first husband. Like, it's my husband. That's what the sister will tell you.
We don't refuse.
Exactly.
We don't refuse.
Now, when someone is already telling you that, it means that, Miss B, you have to hold firm. That means you have to know that everything you're doing to him, you have to do it to her. So it means you're serving two people. Now, if there's a dispute between the two of you, if the brother too has proven to you, because there are some men that when you meet them for the first time, before you ever get into marriage, they already tell you those they are very close to in their families. They keep you abreast. So you, the lady, if you are not as well very tactical, you get in there in a very, very naive manner.
Same person.
And you think that everybody is like you. And you put up your you, and then they grind your you. So you have to now understand that this lady is close to the brother, because the brother has always made you to know that when he was single without you, this lady has always been there cooking for them. That's where the thing is. Generally, they cook for you, for their brother. They take care of many things in the house.
Their dresses.
Exactly. And they even go to the extent of proposing wives to their brothers, because sometimes when they see that the brother is so close to them, they think that they can even have a say on the choice of lady that the man would have. Now, when there is a dispute, if the man is not very tactical, Miss B, he will end up losing his wife. Honestly. And there are so many people who end up losing their wives in that context. Not losing her like in she's dead or she leaves the marriage, but you lose the real wife that you had, and now she becomes defensive, offensive. She now becomes like, you say everything based on your sister. If your sister is not there, you don't have your personality. So it makes now the lady that's your wife to become a revolting person, always reminding you that, yes, I know everything we have chatted here as husband and wife, and the next person who will be aware will be your sister. Maybe you will go and ask her opinion before you come. And for example, let me say you are taking a decision and where you have to leave the other person to go reflect. Now they will go surely consult their sister and come back, and he will never tell you that he consulted his sister, but the sister is in the background, and you on your own side, you might be thinking that the sister is not even aware. You're jumping